Hello guys and welcome, Bashful Brit here. I'm doing a very first Destiny beta review for you guys. I've also played through the alpha on Destiny, and I'm here to bring you my opinion and review and just tell you generally what I think about the game. The video that you see in the background here is a PvP match on one of the new maps that we got on the beta, which wasn't available in the alpha. It's quite a fun map to play on. The PvP in this game is absolutely amazing. There's no glitches. It seems fairly balanced while you're playing it, so that's a good point. Especially for a beta, I mean, it's just like very bug-free and it's quite smooth to play, which I was very surprised at when I started playing. But generally, overall, campaign-wise, I did expect a little bit more from the beta actually compared to the alpha, because in the alpha we have pretty much the same content that we have in the beta, with a couple of added missions, maybe one or two, and a couple of cutscenes. It hasn't really sort of, I don't know how to say this, it's not sort of given me much faith in the game series. I'm not sure how well it's going to do. It's a great game, do not get me wrong on that at all. It looks absolutely fantastic, it runs so smoothly, but I believe it's just been overhyped too much. It was released at E3 2013, I believe, is when we first got the trailer about it. It looked amazing, and it's just been hyped up so much since then. I think it's just going to fall a little bit short of our expectations, a little bit like Watch Dogs did. Watch Dogs was delayed for about 9 months, I believe it was, or it might be a little bit shorter than that, and that didn't really live up to the hype as much either, and I don't think this game is going to be on par with how good it's been expected to be. I don't think there's going to be a great deal in the campaign as far as content goes. Most of it's probably going to be in the DLC, which happens with most games these days. It's quite unavoidable. So unfortunately I think it's going to fall quite short on the campaign side of it. The multiplayer is good. It reminds me of Halo a little bit. It's quite action-packed gameplay. The maps aren't huge. It's always quite a lot going on. I think there's going to be a couple of different game modes when the game comes out, which I'm really looking forward to. But for now, it's only got sort of a domination style game where you've got 3 points you've got to try and capture. But overall, I think the PvP is fairly balanced. Other things to say on the matter is the level cap seems to be level 20, which I'm not a great fan of. Anyone who ever played Guild Wars, the very first one, there was a level cap of 20 on that, and that was just terrible. Everyone capped level 20 and just got bored of the game, and I have a feeling this is going to be a repeat in this game. Bungie said they don't want people grinding for their levels, but that is half the fun of most games. If you go and look at sort of Call of Duty and stuff like that, they have prestige levels where you can keep leveling it up, and people just love to do that. I mean, they've sort of got the option where you can hit your maximum level and then you can repeat that and go even higher. It doesn't sort of affect anything other than your status, and it just makes people know that you've played the game more and you've leveled more times and you're more experienced. People always want to be the best, so I'm quite disappointed that they've capped at level 20, because it's quite easy to get. I got to level 8, I believe, in the space of maybe a couple of hours, and the level cap for the beta is 8, so I'm not 100% reassured that this game is not going to get boring fast, which I think it will. I mean, as for items and stuff go, we have a small preview of what is available in the shops at the moment. A lot of level 20 gear. We can't access these as the level cap is only 28. I mean, we can get them, but we can't use them. The stats for them all seem to be quite similar. which I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I know some of them have different effects when you like level them up. You can level up your gear. I'm not too sure how that's gonna play out, but we will see when the full game is released. As I said, you can't really test them now at the beta stage because we're not able to equip them and find out what stuff they've got on them. I'm sure you could like level up and buy a couple of pieces and have a look into them and give a bit more look into it, but it's really not worth it if your stats are going to be getting reset anyway. But overall, I just think it's going to fall short, guys. I mean, I was really hyped for Destiny when I first heard about it last year at E3, and I've just been hyped all the way since, up until this beta. I mean, from the alpha to the beta, they haven't added a lot, which makes me just think there's not going to be a lot more that they can add without releasing too much of the game. That's sort of my pre-thought on it, and I'm just worried that we're just going to get to it and it's just not going to live up to the expectation, and we're just going to get bored and disappointed. But with all that said, I mean, this is only the beta. I can't judge the entire game on this. I will be getting the full game regardless when it gets released, as I've been waiting for it for well over a year now. And it's something that I'm gonna actually go in and play, and I'll do another full review when the game is actually released. But until then, that's pretty much all I can say about the beta. If you guys have any comments or opinions of your own that you want to get across, just leave them down in the comments below. I'd be more than happily reply to you guys and we'll have a discussion on the matter. I'd love to hear other people's opinions on it. But I'm going to keep this video short and sweet, and just going to cover the main points of what I think is going to happen with Destiny, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Just subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. I will be putting up a lot of Destiny content when the actual game is released, but as for the beta, there's not a lot to do, and it's just going to be repetitive uploads. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been Bashful Brit with a Destiny review, and I will see you guys later.